Hello, this is Will from Will to Trade, and I wanted to share with you some of the market activity from 2 days ago. That'll be March 24th, 2016. That was on Thursday. I do want to give a disclosure just to get this out of the way. Will to Trade is not a registered investment advisor, broker-dealer, or a member of any association or other research providers in any jurisdiction whatsoever, and we are not qualified to give financial advice. Investing, trading in financial securities is highly speculative and carries an extremely high level of risk. Will to Trade is not paid for this video in any form and does not own any shares, long or short. Okay, so getting that out of the way, this is Will from Will to Trade. We've been posting on StockTwits. We've had some people that have joined our free chat room. And basically, we just love to trade, and we love to talk about stocks. We love to share information, share ideas. Any of you, all of you that are listening are welcome to send us an email to join our free brand new chat room. Email thewilltotrade@gmail.com. We'll respond right away and get you into our room. Okay, so with that being said, we wanted to go over some of the highlight trades of Thursday. Basically, we wanted to kind of share with you some of the market activity, some of the biggest runners for Thursday. At Will to Trade, we are focused on day trading. We are more focused on going long as opposed to going short, only because we personally trade with TD Ameritrade. And because of that, we want to trade the stocks that we have access to. TD Ameritrade has access to any stock going long, but it does not have access to any and every stock going short. So with that being said, let's take a look at GSI. So we had even posted in the room that we were looking at GSI pre-market. This is market activity right here. I'm going to zoom into the morning. These are 5-minute candles, and you can see what's going on. Let's actually switch over to 1-minute candles here. We'll zoom in on GSI. So if you look at this level right here, this is 217. So GSI had peaked at 217 in the morning. Keep in mind, all these times, these are West Coast times. We are here on the West Coast, so we're going to be referencing times for the West Coast. So for the West Coast, 6 a.m., the pre-market kind of begins for us. 6:30 a.m., the actual market opens for us. Of course, if you're in the East Coast, this will be 9 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. respectively. So when we were first looking at GSI, we saw that it had peaked at 217. We were looking at it right at these levels here, around 195. This is a $2 mark right here. Someone in our room had asked, what do you think of GSI? And we had said, well, we like it above 220. So this here is 220. We can go ahead and draw a line at 220 right there. So why do we like it above 220? We like it above 220 because it breaks here 217 mark of the initial pre-market high. If it broke this mark, which it did, then it would show that there would be some strength in the stock. So with this being said, a trade could have occurred with GSI at really any point. If you're brave enough, you can buy in the pre-market here at the 220 mark, and you can go ahead and sell right here at around 240, or you could sell here 243, 244, or if you're really brave, you can hold for the market opening. We didn't actually take any trades here at the 220 to 240 mark, but we took a really quick trade when the market opened. So here we are zoomed in 1-minute candles. So look at this. This here is 250. We'll go ahead and draw a line here at 250. So made a buy here at 250, and then it initially spiked right up. We didn't have a chance to sell quickly enough. It shot down. We kept holding our position. It kind of crept back up a little bit, and then here 1, 2, 3, 4, minute 5, finally broke above the high here at 274, reaching a high of 288. We actually did sell at 280. We were pretty lucky because it did go ahead and drop the rest of the day. As you can see here, it just faded all the way down, even below $2, faded. Look at that, all the way down until like 182 or so was the low. So we are basically just looking at GSI to get a sense of what the opportunities could have been for GSI, and the opportunities could have been to really be really quick, be early, be aggressive, buy pre-market. You could have bought really anywhere here. You could have bought in the 190s, at the 2s, at the 220s. Even here 230s or 240s, you could have waited till the market opened, but you had to sell really quick. These are fast runners, pump and dumps. They'll spike up, they'll fade fast, so you have to be really quick to get in and out of these positions here. Okay, so let's see here. Next, we're going to look at GBSN. GBSN. We actually didn't have any position on GBSN. GBSN had spiked up previously on Wednesday, and as you can see, it zooming in on the 1 minute candles, it had a pre-market around the 29-30 cents range or so. Big red candle the first minute. Not necessarily the best sign, or it could be a sign of things to come for the day. Big red candle, first candle of the day, could mean the stock could fall. So it crept its way back up, and then finally, look at that, around almost the 30-cent mark or so, broke the high of the first 1 minute candle, and then made its way all the way up to 32 cents. We actually did suggest to sell right around here, and I think we just were lucky on it, just because the reason we had suggested to sell is because GBSN is such a erratic stock. It really can drop so quickly. So take a look at this. Boom, 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 down, 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 down to 17 cents. This is what, like almost half the value in what, like a couple hours. That's a pretty dramatic drop. If you're holding GBSN long term, we wish you the best of luck. It's hard to say what's going to happen on this. A lot of people have a lot of opinions. Personally, I think it's a pretty risky stock because it is, below the $1 mark. And if you take a look at, let's see here, like a one year chart, yeah, that means it's going down. A 1 year chart of GBSN, it's just down, 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 and just down, down, down. It's not a stock that we would personally recommend. But again, you have to make your own decision if you want to go long or go short on GBSN or any stock for that matter. Okay, let's take a look at the next one, and the next one would be FRAN, FRAN. So this one was popping up a little bit, had a little bit of activity. Let's see here, we're going to change over to, okay. FRAN gave a little bit of an opportunity in the morning, but you would have to be quick on this one. Notice here in the very first candle, it spiked all the way up to 1880. Kind of tumbled around a little bit and then broke it, consolidated some more, a long consolidation period, and then broke it up to 1964. Looking back at FRAN, again, we didn't have any position on FRAN, long, short. What trades could have happened? Well, let's switch to a 5 minute. Here on a 5 minute perspective on FRAN, definitely the peak here at 1964. After that, just pretty much fades, flatlines the rest of the day. We like to use these highs to determine what the highs of the day are as it continues to break them. We like to buy on breakouts. So this line right here is pretty much 19 or 1901. So if you bought at 19, you could sell at 1964. And what's that going to get you? That's going to get you divided by, it's like 3%. So this is like a 3% opportunity. You may be excited by that. You may not be. Over here, if you bought in this particular breakout, it's around 1880. So let's see here. So from 1960 minus 1880, you're looking at about 80 divided by 18, about 4.2%. So from this point to the very peak of the day, about 4.2%. Again, we are looking day trading. We are looking as if you buy here and then you could sell there, buying and selling within the day, within a couple minutes, within a couple hours from the day. So do we think that FRAN was an amazing opportunity? So-so, a little bit of gains, but not necessarily the best. Okay, let's move on to SGYP. Something else on the moving, had a huge cup and handle right here. Look at this huge cup and handle. You could buy this breakout here around the 284 mark, but then it only really peaked around 289. I mean, that's nothing, 5 cents, and then it just completely fades. But if you were on it earlier and it came up on your screeners earlier, you could have bought right here, like around 265. 265 to 280, 284. Let's just see what that could have got for you. We're going to calculate this. That's about 7%. So if you saw this early, you see a big red. This again, these are 5-minute candles. You see a big 5-minute red candle, and then it drops. And then you say, okay, well, if it breaks this mark, if it breaks this mark, okay, I'm interested. And if you get in right around there and have the patience to hold for an hour or two, yeah, you could be looking at about a 7% gain. Decent gain. Again, we recommend anywhere from 5 to 10% gain in a day. We feel that's pretty productive. Let's take a look at the next one. That would be NQ. NQ had a decent run. NQ popped up a little bit here on the scanners around 452, coming up around here around 460-ish, and then a little choppy. Had a little cup and handle here, a little cup here, a little cup here, but making its way all the way to 494. Let's just see, 494 minus, if you got in like around 460-ish, minus 464 divided by 464. So that's about a 6%. So this was the day on Thursday. I mean, there wasn't any huge runners. There weren't any super massive, incredible opportunities. But you'd have to be really patient. You would have to buy this relatively early in this area, and then just wait through this, and just wait, and then sell towards the end of the day. I know some of you day traders don't have the patience to hold all along. Some of you do. This could have been an okay opportunity. All right, let's look at another one, APRI. In the chat room, APRI. This was a really quick opportunity. Look at this. Here we are looking at 5-minute candles. You see that it kind of makes its way up to a high of 154 and then fades and then just kind of jumbles around, doesn't really do much. It's definitely not exciting after it reaches this high. There maybe was a quick little opportunity here around the $1.38 area, but by the time it gets to $1.38, it pops up so fast into $1.54. Maybe like a 5 or 10% gain here, but again, you have to be really quick and jumping in, jumping out. So opportunity. Let's look at one of the best potential opportunities of the day. This is really, we're trying to look for what would have been the best trade of the day. VCEL. This is what, look at this chart. So clean, so smooth, almost a perfect 45-degree angle. Only a little bit does it break the moving average here, but you see there's so many opportunities on VCEL. You could have got, if you got in early in the morning at 5:35, you're doing great. We were talking about it at this price point, around the 555 price point. From there, yes, it does go up a full 10%. So you could buy pretty much anywhere in this area. You'd have to hold through this long consolidation and then hold as it goes up and up and up, and then sell either at the end of the day, or if you're really brave, sell it after hours, although that's really brave trading. But if you sell before the close, you could easily be making 5 or 10% gain on just one trade with one ticker throughout the whole day. Last, we're going to look at one other one that is OTC, over the counter. Not necessarily for everyone, not necessarily everyone can trade it, but we found it pretty interesting. CBDS, this is like a cannabis sativa. Really interesting one. This one up like 50% or something. So this may not even show up on any of your screeners, but just check it out. C as in Charlie, B as in boy, D as in David, S as in Sam. Here we're at the 256 mark. Went all the way, look at this, all the way up to 373. Not huge volume on this one, only 867,000 shares throughout the whole day. I know a lot of you don't even really like to make a trade unless the stock has at least 500,000 shares. Some of you don't even want to trade unless there's at least 1 million shares traded. This didn't hit 1 million, and this barely hit over 500,000, probably not till the end of the day. But if you did see it, it could pop up here. You could have made a trade anywhere in this area. or went ahead and make a trade right here at 260. From 260, if you have gotten in, it goes up immediately. You could have sold and got a few percentage points there, or you could have rode it all the way up to 360, a whole dollar. That's a huge opportunity on CBDS. So again, my name is Will from Will to Trade. We just wanted to give a market recap of what happened on Thursday, March 24th. If you like what you see, if you like what you're listening to, you are definitely welcome to join our free chat room. Our chat room is not about stock picks. We don't say buy this here, sell this here. We don't claim to tell you exactly what's going to happen because we don't know what's going to happen. But what we do is we do talk about stocks that are in play. We talk about stocks that are gapping up in the morning. We talk about stocks that are popping up as the morning has already started. And we recommend, hey, put this on your watch list. Check this out. If you like the stock, then of course you can make that opportunity to jump in or to jump out. That's your choice. So go ahead and send us an email, thewilltotrade@gmail.com. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.